I am so sore. Oh my god, am I ever so very sore. Like more so than yesterday. And yesterday was the day that I actually did the exercises. Like today was just waking up and just being sore. I hate squats. Squats are stupid. They are my least favorite thing. So yeah, we are just going to put on some music. Yeah, that's, well, that might actually end up being too loud since it does get a lot louder. Let's see. No, okay, that's still a good volume. All right, so yeah, make it happen. I know. Failing miserably, fighting, like competing against anyone, but that's okay. My watch is like, go do exercise stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I can hardly walk right now, let alone walk on stairs, let alone do more exercises. So no, we're not. So before we start in on Natrix, we are just going to do a quick itty bitty. Don't know why you're up here. Alright, because I was working with you. Okay, don't go over there. I just want to go over a little bit of what I have done. And I'm just hitting everything because I'm sore, and apparently that means that my hands now have lost all their coordination. Which, you know what? That's, I guess that's just how my life is going to be right now. And that's fine. I can accept this. This will blue. Alchemy goes up there. Just to thin out some of the things that are just hanging out on my, right in front of me, because I've been kind of due to the fact that I have a hard time walking up and down stairs right now, I wasn't actually down here very much this morning, so very, very sorry. But let us make sure that, let's see here. Now the activity feed doesn't want to work, but that's okay. So yeah, so I have this little base, this little guy, and I'm just gonna do a quick little like paint on it because I plan to use this as basically my tester for my water pouring. The very, very itty bitty, but I'm gonna just like build an itty bitty little dam around it, and hopefully that will work. This is one of my cruddy bases. It ended up arriving with a ton of pockmarks in it, so I wasn't really going to be using it for anything, but I think now I can use it, just paint it a little bit, and then use it for my water pour. And if it turns out, then I have a miniature that I know I could use on it, so it's all good that way. We're just getting some quick colors on here because I want to get it drying so that I could hopefully be able to do a pour on it this evening. Because Bug King was saying I should test, just to get a hang of the medium, I should test it first. And hi, Co-Star! How are you doing? So we have some colors on this, and we just want to get it around like outside here, since the dam is going to be part of that as well. I'm not too concerned about how exactly this looks. As long as it will look decent enough under a, under some water. So we're just going to add in a little bit more of a beigey tone into Alright, so we're just going to put that base off to the side over there and let that dry. Do a brush over it when it's fully dry, and then, yeah, we'll continue from there. There's my number 2. How's Co-Star doing today? Alright, got all that off of that. So this is Natrix. I'm looking for my phone. I didn't bring it upstairs. No, there it is. Okay, because this has my description, my descriptors on it, and I need that. I swear I was prepared today. I'm so sore that I wasn't able to prepare really down here. So it takes about like 5 minutes just to walk upstairs. So she has a rosy pink, actually pink complexion, and long green hair. So this is going to kind of look funny at first, so do forgive me. How's Maha? Maha is sore, but other than that, Maha's good. So we're actually going to, at the beginning here, we're actually going to paint her hair a off red. Essentially just to kind of get into these creases. We're going to get this red tone in here. Just to give some good depth for when we paint the hair. Athena! And we're actually going to be putting green on the underside of her skin tone. What did I do? I was doing, I did squats yesterday because my lungs have been really issuey recently. I was told to, you know, do smaller amounts of exercising, and like, so I did only like 15 minutes yesterday, but I guess it was higher intense and it was a little bit different compared to what I've been doing before. And so I was doing squats and doing them faster, and now my legs are kind of like, ew. So yeah, that's where my legs are at right now at this moment in time. Just going to get this in here. I believe she has gold eyes. Like, from what I read, full gold eyes? Pure gold eyes. So when I hear that, I automatically think like that the entire pupil is gold. Is she the... Oh no, she's an assassin. Okay, so They have a divine soul sorcerer. So... So we're just getting in here with all that red. And this will allow us to have a good shadow underneath the green hair once it comes in here. And as we make sure that all the areas have that good amount of red. Alright. Now this is the thing I'm not really too sure about, so I'm just taking a little bit of artistic liberty, and I will say it's okay if they tell me to change this back, but I'm going to make her tail have the same green at the tip of it. She has a lion's tail, so you know, like, so the tip of this is going to have that green hair that's the same as her top hair. And then the skin is going to be the pink, or like the rest of this is going to have like a pink. So I now need Arabic shadow. This is essentially going to be my undertone for the skin. And this is a green. Hey, Chewy! How are you doing? I'm gonna mix it in with a little bit of that red. I don't have any of the darker one now, do I? Okay, metal. Should locate it. No, that's the leathers. Leathers. So I can go over there. Oh, I probably put it up over here, didn't I? Huh. I gotta stop painting my wall. African shadow. Found out! What's Chewy up to today? Alright. A little bit of the extra darkness thrown into here. Oh, she's actually a little bit more in focus. So we're just going to put this skin like this base in here. Let's get more of that green. If you guys are curious at all about who this is part of, and if you hadn't already, do be sure to do !Q and C. Q and C there, and go and give Quests&Chaos a follow so that you can see and pay attention to the actual campaign that these models are for. They are for an online D&D group that is done here on Twitch, which is really, really cool. And met them when I was at TwitchCon. And now I have the lovely pleasure of painting their mini. So I can only hope that they like it in the end here. Player characters are always a lot of fun. But also a little bit nerve-wracking to paint because you're trying to bring what they have envisioned to life. Which might not be exactly how you envision their characters, so... But I wanted to make sure that I had a good base color for Our Lady here. Make sure that I get it at all these various angles to make sure that everything gets covered, even though it is very difficult. Does she have a half glove? Or like the fingerless gloves? A lot of these characters say that they do. I have long fingerless gloves. Okay, so... these gloves are actually only going to be showing that part of her hand. We're just going to get into there. And so I'm actually going to just throw in a bit of black right here, just to kind of remind me that this is supposed to be fingerless glove. So I know it'll at least make me stop being like, wait, what was I doing? Why is there black here? All right. When it comes down to doing this kind of stuff, it's easier just to smidgen on in the colors than trying to get it exactly. It's a little bit sloppy, but it's good to just cover up all these little white-ish areas that it's just the primer. rest of her is pretty much like various blacks, right? All matte black leather. Crop leather corset with buckles and straps. Long pants with ornate detailing stickers. Okay, so it's all in various blacks. So what we're just gonna do is smidgen on in here. Just some black. And then I will be bringing out my matte black. But just to get a undertone, because the matte black is scale 75, so just to prevent me from having to do more layers than I normally would have to. Let's just get this black. And I think the next chick also has black hair. Very dark blue black hair. So yeah, so if I want, I can also throw some black onto Maya.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you so much for 100 bits, man. You're awesome. It's going well. Working on our second character now. Just kind of smudging in like the paint just for, you know, base tone. Glad I agree with you being awesome. Yeah. Athena! Athena! You would have thought, no, she's lost. And yeah, this is a tiefling, a pink-haired, or pink-skinned, green-haired tiefling. I know it doesn't look at all close to that right now, but it will. And she has deer horns and a lion's tail. And she dresses like a 90s goth kid. They're descriptors, not me. Athena! So I'm just wanting to get coverage on this model. I wear fingerless gloves. Gotta really change around the focus value. And now that she's in black and a lot more covered up, we can increase the brightness a little. Athena's a little bit of a derp, and we love her for it. Just means that we have to listen to her cry out from being lost every once in a while. Yesterday she was like a few feet from me and staring at a corner and crying out like that. Like, seriously, Kat, you're looking at a corner. Like, full face into the corner. Crying out, I'm lost. What I'm really excited to play with this character is matte black versus shiny black. Even then, there's some angles that just a bent brush still won't help with, but it does a better job than anything else. So. And she has gold eyes. Now, when it says pure gold eyes, I honestly really already think that I auto think that it means like the entire eye is gold. So I'm just gonna darken down this area around the eye. This eye's a little bit more... a bit more squinty. So this chick actually, the person who plays this character, she actually wears she either has a green wig on, but that's her natural hair. And I constantly see her with bright red lipstick. It's either that or they constantly are replaying the same thing that I watch there. And they don't say anything about it. Athena! So I'm gonna give her still bright, like super bright red lipstick. And then see basically how we feel about that. We are going to darken it down just a smidgen. It's okay. But I love painting player characters. They are so much fun. I'm just getting that in there. And her skin tone is vastly going to change. And so is her hair. This is just a bit of playing right now. Yeah, that's... Hi, Tiny Tusk! How are you doing? So, gold eyes. No. Oh, nice! What makes the black so unreal? Okay. I kind of want to give her, like, slits. I'm very much looking forward to my blackest black when that arrives. Super matte black, yeah. It's just carbon black. There we go. So, we now need to bring in some Kiara tone into her skin. Now that we have where I'm happy with her eyes. Her skin tone is described as being pink. So we're going to be adding some pinks. Okay. Because right now her skin tone just looks... dark brown, so... but she's a pink tiefling. So we gotta start bringing up her skin tone. What does my name mean? It has no actual, like, meaning, but it's the name... Malharun is the name of my WoW druid. And it was my first ever, like game name. And I just got so used to people calling me Maha that when I was thinking of a Twitch name, there was no question about going with that. So Marin is my big beefy Tauren dude.
Don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this?
What?
Meow, 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 meow.
I was waiting for more meows. Thank you, Mistress Nivea. How are you doing? My Athena does that to me all the time. And I only hate it if I don't get if I don't have good enough sleep ahead of time. You cut me off! Aww. Before you ate it? Yeah, no, I had it, I've been Maha since, like, whenever Trial of the Crusader was coming out in Warcraft, World of Warcraft. No, not 32 years. That's older than I am. Nah, it was like... when did Trials come out? That doesn't tell me anything, but... release date. 2009, so yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So like 10 years. 10-ish years I've been used to being called Maha and Maharun. That for actually quite a long time I was I would respond faster to being called Maha than I would to my actual name. Because for a while, the only people I interacted with were people in Warcraft. So I just want to mess with me. Oh, how are you doing? How's your gunpla going? Oh, that guy looks cool. You're adorable. You're adorable. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Working on my second player character for Natural One, which is a D&D group here on Twitch, run by Quests&Chaos. If you are interested in going and checking them out, just do !Q and C. And you should, and a link will pop up. Go give them a follow, check them out, watch them. It's very enjoyable. I really enjoy hanging out with them. They do streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Ah, that's pretty cool. Am I a player in this game? No, I'm not. I was asked if I wanted to, like, audition for a part. But now that I live a little bit further away from them, I no longer live in San Jose area. It would take a lot for me to travel to their location. So no, I am not a player in this. But I met the producer, I believe, at TwitchCon. And I hang out. I watch it when I can. I'm just not the best at always remembering. Hmm. Seems cool. Hey, I make stuff. How are you doing? Aw, thank you. Currently working on small player characters. I did the bronze dragon, dragonborn yesterday. He turned out pretty good. Not yet. I'm not there yet. Oh yeah, no, I'm really happy with her. She is incredible. She is sitting off to the side, waiting for me to do the water pour for her base. Which I plan to do soonish. I actually painted up a little base to then do my own extra little water pour just to try it out. Just to kind of get a feel for it is what Bug King suggested, so I'm going to do that. And I actually have a humanoid character that can work very well with kind of hovering above water. She has a really good stance for it. So if it turns out, then that is what I'm going to use there. So even my test pieces can still be used or something. Yep. Yeah, I will be taking her to Adepticon. It's very terrifying to try to think about how I'm going to carry her there and get her on the plane and whatnot, but I have a good idea on how to do it. I'm just terrified. And the other one that I'm going to be probably bringing is this guy. Yeah, I guess her weapon looks really, really cool. No. No, I do not. I've not had to magnify anything quite yet. I think this classifies as pink. I know this looks very, like, fleshy, but it's... might have to... might have to bring in a different type of pink. She said soft pink, so... let me just bring up the explanation again. A rosy pink, light red, actual pink complexion. Her. What are my paints of choice? My paints of choice are scale 75. Because I have a lot of them, and I really do love them. I like having my undertones painted with Pro Acryl, and Pro Acryl is actually pretty good. That's how what I painted my Dragon Bust in. Scale 75 is what I did the Lady of Arcana in. So those are my two main types of paints now. I used to work a lot with Vallejo, but now that I have Pro Acryl, I've been very much in love with those. And I was actually just gifted by my brother Dark Star Molten Metals. And that's actually, I quite love them too. So like, I don't know. I enjoy all my paints. And yeah, so I do use Vallejo as well. But because there's like a few go-to colors for me that are on Vallejo that no other company has really replaced yet. Ah, yeah, no, I started painting 2 years ago. And it all really started out with going to my local game store and seeing the options being Citadel or Vallejo. And I was instantly put off by the paint pots of Citadel. Can't really say the price just because in California they're pretty much the same price. But I just didn't like the paint pots. So I was like, never mind. I'm gonna do this over here. And I'm gonna choose Vallejo. I see her character when she's on Twitch. She has bright red lips. So we're moving away. I'm moving her away from having a normal-ish skin tone to just putting a lighter wash of this pink on her. Just light, but she is a pink tiefling. And I think I was making her a little bit too close to regular skin tone. So very light tinting brings her to looking like she's lobstered, but you know, she's still good in pink. And her hair color is nowhere close to where it actually is going to be, but it's all about using undertones to kind of help create a depth. Okay, so now she's very pink. I'm going to now use like just to start highlighting up these locales again. For shoulder here. I start with the darkest because I find that that helps just build up a stronger value, and also just allows me to have that shadow that I across everything, so you don't have to try to blend in the darkness value and make sure that that blends in transitionally. And because of the way I paint things, I jump all over the place. And hi, Eye! Okay, we have 2 eyes in the chat now. She looks kind of like a lobster. I know, I love it. I love that. I love that gift so much. She's very pink. So now, and how I paint things makes it very difficult to just start at a middle tone, because I will generally put in the opposites of the color that I'm going to be using for the hair or whatever the body is at that point in time. And that reminds me, what do I want? I believe those are up here. Earth green. Where's my merm green, guys? Is it Riff or is it Merm? Riff is the dark one because she has green hair. So I have to figure out her green hair. All right, that reminds me. This needs. Oh, Orchrist! Hi. How are you? Chris, here's another streamer, guys. If you haven't given him a follow, do be sure to share the love. There's more than enough to go around, and the follow is free. Why do you not want to come out, Paint? Ooh, come here. Whoa, that was a splooge. That was more green than I wanted out. Good thing the other 2 characters like green. Yeah, that was. Ooh. I've been trying to do that. Hasn't been working too well for me, but I try. yeah, the other two characters have like green in their armor and whatnot, so it should be good. But good luck with your whole, like, diet plan. You only have a few weeks to Adepticon, which is terrifying. Yeah, silver will have a better contrast with the bronze. Gold will just kind of blend into it a bit too much. Before Cheeseland, yeah. This work here is essentially going to be paying for my food while I'm out there. I much prefer bigger resin casts. They're much more fun. Like, tiny models are great as a good in-between. But I like the amount of time that I can put into a big model. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did get that, and I'm very excited for that, except for the fact that it's going to be a while until I get around to painting those guys. They're still really cute. I'm really sad that my order for the Hello Kittens essentially got lost in translation between their new website. They recognize it and they are doing stuff about it, but it meant that also, like, from the manufacturer, they lost it. So they now have to get all recast, so I don't get to have my bunnies or my kitties. But yeah, Dungeons and Doggos, I'm very much looking forward to having those guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to spend too much I don't actually know how expensive food is in Chicago. But that's why I'm really happy to have this commission.
We sit in the sun, in veils, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our mind.
Going out often costs like 20 something on. Between my husband and I, it's generally like 15 to $20 a meal. Per person. Yes, this is I make stuff. This is my... I have far too much anxiety when it comes down to actually going outside and working. I go into full-blown panic attacks when I even begin to contemplate applying to a job. So... okay. That's not so bad.
Is it a new world, or will it consume us all?
Yeah. And thankfully, my husband really does get that too. Like, he really understands that and was the one who has actually encouraged me to get into streaming on Twitch. As a way to just kind of get me used to talking to people again without the actual stress of going out and trying to like strike up a conversation with random people. Here I can just, you know, I don't like you. Or if you're making me feel uncomfortable, I can just block you. And it's just like, it relieves some of that stress.
Consume us all.
Alright. You don't make me uncomfortable. Graphics were terrible. Yeah, graphics outside often lead to disappointment.
We sit in the sun, in veils, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds.
Yeah, pretty much. Show has offered me, like, you know, when I'm at Adepticon and I start, like, I need space or something like that, like, find her, because she is going to be teaching, she'll have, like, you know, a little cornered off space. So I can, like, run and hide. Hopefully I won't need it. But yeah, I have no idea how Adepticon's going to be for me. I've been to one convention, TwitchCon, and that was really challenging until I found Flick. Hi, Dragon Knight! Your static grass applicator is hell powerful. Sweet! Yeah, it's the definition of I like my own company. Yeah, my husband Tam is a programmer. But in my new house, I have like my own studio space, and it's definitely like my space, my mess. She was very cornered last year, very, very busy. Yeah. No, I know she's gonna be a busy gal. Oh, nice. I've never used a static grass applicator. Shoot, when did that happen? Scale 75, don't fail me now. Yeah, she's amazing. Like, she is really, she deserves it all. She works so hard. Yeah, it's just because the red that I had underneath it was just to give it a bit more depth. And a bit of like good shadows to build up this color over. I'm actually not thinning down my paint at all. I'm applying it directly how thick it is when it comes out of the bottle. I guess the only real thinness it comes down to is anything that it picks up from being on a wet palette. But because scale 75 is so thin, it's just like little layers. What did you see that was funny, Tiny? Who's in charge? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just building up this riff green here. Just to start building up some lights and shadows. Oh yeah, no, it definitely can get overwhelming. I never really watched anybody for how they did their own style. I just kind of started throwing paint around and saw what worked and what didn't. But also just learning your paints. Learning how your paints interact is a very important thing. Like, what I'm doing here, I can't do with Pro Acryl or Vallejo because they're a lot thicker and a lot more opaque, whereas Scale 75 is very thin and is slightly transparent. That's why I never suggest using it for base layers, just because you have to apply so much just to get a solid color, but it allows for me to create such depth. Hey T, how's it going? Oh, that's cool. You do leatherworking? That is really, really cool. I cannot do anything of the sort close to leatherworking. I'm actually really cruddy with my hands. I'm not good with it. My hands, like, I try to do sculpting like what I did with my base. That was the most I've ever had to sculpt before, and it's just like, well, it's not the most I've ever had to sculpt before, but it's the most recently anyways, and I was terrified. Itty bitty little bit of light green. Oof, legs. Why do you hate me, legs? Yay, painting!
Oh God, he's coming back.
Yeah, like a lot of things when I do end up actually watching other people paint, I will... It's not always about what they are doing, but sometimes just like, how do they hold the model? How are they holding the brush? What are they doing to get that brush stability? Those are a lot of the things that I end up paying attention to. Like the pinky for support. Oh yeah, no, I can definitely believe it being a change of pace. But yeah, the amount that I water down these paints is basically the amount of water that gets put on my brush after I wash it off. And even then, I will take off a lot of it. Hey robot, how's it going? Nice. I saw what I don't know if it was a recent photo, but because Instagram was being borky yesterday, so it wouldn't tell me the date of it posted. But did you just recently post a picture of your Howl's castle? Okay, yeah, because it looked fantastic. I just want to let you know that. No, there isn't. He made one. He kit bashed a Howl's Moving Castle. And Robot, if you want a link to it, go right ahead, because it's so freaking impressive. An orcified version of Howl's Moving Castle. And I've actually commissioned, in the past I've commissioned 2 miniatures from Robot for also kit bashing, which is a Prince Mononoke who's cosplaying as Princess Mononoke. And I now have a little Totoro, which I need to get around to finishing painting, which will probably happen after Adepticon. I want to have some spending money. Hasn't got Calcifer on it! No, Calcifer! How could you forget Calcifer? Oh, yeah, that's true. Don't want to get... What's Robot doing? Yeah, I have one. I love him. I only have some paint on him just because I've been really busy. But if I just bring this guy out here. Yeah, so this gets to... It's his little umbrella that goes on here. And I haven't had a chance to really paint him. But I did make a little base for him. Or at least starting a base so he stands on this little rock path. I know, I love the umbrella. It is fantastic. You should be proud of it. Still a bit too bright. Wag! Yeah. That's what I've been calling it. Tatawag. Because it's hilarious. It's a hilarious name for it. Marks. Oh my god, dreads. There we go. Stumpa. Bring more yellow into this. No. Too big of a brush. Thank you, T-Bone. That's some of the music. Green. Actually, I always, whenever I do kind of my own, for some reason, every single time I ever do my own, like, avatar, she generally has blue hair. I'm not the best at doing highlights in hair. I'm just trying to make sure that the areas all have like the right kind of highlighting value. But instead of adding white into this highlighting, it's actually a yellow that I mix in. Just to kind of prevent it from looking like it's spearmint. I'm quite happy with that. This side looks like it could just use a little bit of a touch up. Why do you not want to? Okay, so move on over flat black. So what they said with her is that she is essentially in a lot of, she wears all black with like, I'm guessing silver buckles and things like that. Doesn't really mention it, the color of the buckles. But this is the super matte flat black from scale 75, scale color. So it's a very, very matte black. which I'm going to put alongside with the black leathers, or like the dark leather. So I actually put a little bit of the dark leather, black leather color into this black, just to make it so it's not just a boring, just a straight black. Allows me just to create a little bit of highlighting on them. Is that a bent brush? Yes, it is. Bent brushes are pretty much my go-to brush choice. Prevents me from having to do any kind of like, it reduces the amount of sub-assembly I have to do. It's get bent. Get bent.
Turn on the machine.
They are the best things. I honestly really love bent brushes. Every time I go into an art store, I'll look along the brushes that they have in stock and pick up any of the bent ones that are good quality, just because they're not ones that you normally can just find around, and that annoys me. It just allows me generally to get into areas that I can't reach. Yeah, it's one of those, like, you find it, it's amazing. So I know it needs to be black, but I want it to be slight, because even black will have a slight buffed color in leather. It's not pure black. So just adding in a little bit of a orange color, just where there will be highlights. And this is where it comes in handy to have scale 75, because of how thin it all is you can essentially just slowly add these brighter colors into it, but it doesn't necessarily affect it too much when it actually dries up. Oh, that's cool. How's that going? So, I believe this is all matte black. Yeah, crop, leather, corset, buckles and straps, long pants, zippers and buckles. Okay, so we will continue down this trek of matte black. And I'm purposely trying to stay off of the buckles, because I'm going to have those be a little bit of a lighter gray. Not like a warm gray, but like a cool gray. Just to help give some differentiation. And so we're just gonna have a little bit of this highlighting going on along the edge here, and then like the front of this pant. Alright, see you, T-Bone. Thanks for hanging out. It was wonderful seeing you. Bye, good night. I hope they like these characters. I'm just gonna get this going on in here. So her leathers are, they look soft. That's what I'm trying for here. A little bit of a softer look. So obviously this person has to like be sneaky in them.
What a cop. Excuse me, Your Honor. Anne, ever consider another line of work?
No, I like being a cop. You know what they say. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Just working on bringing it down just a little bit. I don't want it to look like it's purple. I still want it to have like that blackness to it. There's so many colors on my palette. I have my Yetis down here. Little deer horns. Okay, cut those. Just wanted to get those horns beginning to get shown up a little bit there. Okay. What is the next gray after? Is it petroleum? petroleum gray. There you are. Okay. Ah, Tavaria! Hi! How are you? How was the rest of your stream, my friend? Howdy, howdy. Another wonderful streamer. Awesome to hang out with. I love Tavaria. Guys should definitely go and give her a follow. And Dragon Knight Adam, thank you also for that host. You are fantastic. Hey! Nearly done one of the cultists. Aw, yeah. That is so good. It always feels great when you're like almost done something like that. It's just like, ah, yes, almost done. Why do all my paints hate me today? Why do none of them want to come out when I ask them to? What is Quests and Chaos? Quests and Chaos is a channel here on Twitch. They do Dungeons and Dragons on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 3 different campaigns of sorts. That would explain that. That got clogged up in there. And yeah, so I am doing their... Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to help. But yeah, so they do D&D online, and yeah, I was asked to do their player characters for their campaign of Natural 1. So this is their pink-skinned, green-haired tiefling, and I've done their bronze dragonborn. So I have 2 more characters to do after this. Yeah, if you want to know what their Twitch is about, do !Q and C, and you'll get their link. Decided to kind of go on a cooler leather side here for the boots, just to have a little bit of a difference in there compared to like the leathers of their clothing. Lawful evil. Oh no! Well, I'm sure that that's going to be, that's an interesting dynamic right there and then. We're just putting in this. It's great that they were like, yeah, no, this is like all matte leathers. I'm like, well, you know what? I have matte paint. So that makes that part of my life a lot easier. I'm gonna go with pure black shoes. The bottoms here. About 5 feet away. Oh no! Well, yeah, I guess that would show up that way. Athena! Athena! Yeah, I do. I use I use scale metallics, and I use my new dark stars, which are beautiful. This was all done in metallic. Well, not all, but the majority of this guy was in metallic paints. His armor was done in scale 75. This base part and the top part and his skin was done in dark star metals. So yeah, no, I quite like metals. I like metallic paint far more than non-metallic metal, just because metallic is pretty and it's shiny, and I like shiny, so. Aww! Hey, Dens! Thank you so much for that follow. I hope you're having a fantastic afternoon / evening / whatever time it is for you. Thank you for that follow. I love Grr. Grr is my favorite. I discovered Grr when people thought that I was the voice actor for it. I'm not. But I love him. Yeah, I play D&D every other weekend or so. Sometimes it's both Saturday and Sunday, sometimes it's just on Sunday. So but you know, something is better than nothing when it comes down to Dungeons and Dragons. I love having some of it, and it's so fun. And I love it even more because it's what got me into painting. We're gonna add in a tiny bit more brightness to this. Just gonna add some lines into the leather. I really want to go see Captain Marvel again. Oh, what is it? What is it called? Flailing for I will. So they ended up looking the armor and the boots ended up looking a bit too similar for my liking. We're gonna go back in here with a little bit of this blue just so that we can have that distinction between the body leathers and the boots, because it's a when you're going with a nearly all blacks palette, what a giant centipede. Oh, fun. Okay. So this is not a matte black that I'm using here, just to kind of help with the distinction. Athena! Cat is a brat. negative. Yeah, they are Hero Forge miniatures. I don't want to have a bank account. Yeah. What do you think of her thus far? Had a lot of day job things to do. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how she's turning out thus far. Yeah, depending on which Hero Forge plastic you get, will dictate whether or not how brittle it is. Because what used to be the beta plastic, they did something and changed its composition or what have you, cut corners somewhere, and now it's like really, really brittle. And these weren't done with that plastic. And they seem to be holding up really well. Oh yeah, no, I'm still building up the leathers. I'm just trying to get to make sure that I get them distinguishing between them, but just want to make sure that the leathers aren't too similar, but yet stay the same with the whole it's black leather. It's just with scale 75, you kind of have to let it dry, see where it is, and then bring it up because of how translucent it is. Time. And I'm leaving little lines in the leather just to show that it does it's not a flat surface. It has a little bit of its own contours going on with it. Oh yeah, no, the print lines, you can't get away with it. You can't, and especially since you have such a it's really intertwined. It all comes together in one model. The best you can do is just try to hide it. If the lines are really bad, then sometimes I'll use tattoos to hide it or some other kind of way of getting around it. Oh, which one would you want, Dark Initiative? I love them all. I love Creature Caster, but which one would you be curious about getting? as that is right now, I don't want to go much higher in value on those pants. So what I will probably do here is get a bit of water. If you can't go any lighter, make the darks darker. Hey brother! The movie was amazing. I loved it. Oh yeah, but you know, when it comes down to resin molds, I find that especially their newer stuff has a whole lot less mold lines compared to a lot of other companies. So I'm very, very happy with their quality. But yeah, brother, Captain Marvel, my new favorite. She's amazing. I love her. I love Goose. I love everything about the movie. Oh, Goose is scary? No, no, Goose is awesome. I told Creature Caster to go watch it so that they can have, like, because I think Goose would give them inspiration. Alright, yeah, so those highlights on the leather pants are a lot more noticeable. I'm happy with that value, and I'm cautioned. I'm not saying any spoilers, I'm just saying that I think that they could get inspiration off of Goose. That's all. That's the most I've said to anybody, really. Sorry, doing edges means that I'm very, very focused on this. Lord of... or King... You mean King of War. Lady Astray for King of War. Because there's... If I just reach over here. Bring her off to the side for a moment. This is the King of War. Who I'm going to be doing a very interesting lighting from, as you probably can tell. The impact point is where the brightest point is going to be, and so the light is going to be reflecting up onto him. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Oh, Lord of Slaughter. Yeah, he's in a box down below. I'm not gonna go rifling to look for him. I'm a little biased, but Lord of Malice is my favorite. Out of all the male ones, he's my favorite. I don't know who either of those are. Okay. So I'm assuming those are GW, and I really don't know GW all that well. Oh, yeah. Commission me! I mean, what? Crocodile! Hi, how are you?
Beyond the computer age, this new landscape which connects all of us. Electronic stimuli transmit across wireless networks. Our desires, our emotions, our needs, strewn about the globe in milliseconds, integrating not only humans, but apparatus, devices, machines, intertwined like an elaborate mosaic. We are all connected across the grid.
And she said that, like, she has zippers and buckles and things like that, so rather challenging to paint things like that across this. across the board, kind of difficult to do on such a small scale for where I am at anyways, so I'm going to be just adding kind of like texture. I also don't want to just like overbear her with a ton of silver. Or with like a ton of like, you know, metals. So right now I'm actually using the darkest metal from on the silver line from scale. That way when it's not in the light, it actually becomes relatively dark. It only becomes like really flashing once when light hits directly upon it. And I'll highlight with a higher value one, but the descriptor said 90s goth kid, essentially. So lots of silvers and equal buffness, yeah. Oh my god, super beefy females. Blood, skulls, and rage. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. That's all I know. Yeah, she's a beautiful model. I 100% love her. Though the Lord of Metamorphosis is equally pretty cool. And those ones turned out. Little silver bindings. Milk for the cornflakes! I like it. She said that she had a lot of like ornateness on her, so I just kind of wanted to get the just to get some extra little details on the boots. Good. The best part. Skulls. Yeah, pretty much. Right, I need to like water that down. I didn't remember how chunky it, or like how thick it is. I think it would add an interesting dynamic if they had all those muscles. There you go, got a little bit more highlighting on this. Oh, Slade, hi! She looks like she means business. Yep. That she does. Oh, Fleur! Hello. Hi, how are you? And then we go into here just to make sure that we can get all these details on here. And then we gotta work on the sword and dagger and who produces? Oh yeah, sorry. These are commission pieces, so I'm trying to like make sure that they're done to the best that I can. So they take a lot of my focus, and I'm sorry. But thankfully other people are around to answer questions. Yes, these are Hero Forge miniatures. Yeah, it's the, you design it with their tools, and you can either pay for the STL file, or you could have, or you can have them print it for you. I just wanted to add like some silver clasps at the back of these boots. I don't know, they just kind of just like screamed at me to do that. With this one, I'm taking a little bit of like artistic liberation with some of the things, because hers was just like black clothes, all black leathers. I'm like, okay, we'll figure this one out. Yeah, so that's kind of what I took. I took that like 90s goth kid. I went onto Pinterest and I looked up a bunch of like different styles of clothing, and that's kind of where I went with it. I was like, okay, got a good amount of imagery into my head for it, and let's go. And like her, and I watched her on the Twitch. Like, she has green hair, I believe, and she like the few times I've seen her, she has like really bright red lipstick. So I tried to like add that also into the model. I like details. I like itty bitty details like that. Details that probably I will only ever really notice, but hi Dom. Things are good. How are you? These are kind of like details that I go up to people being like, look at the detail that I did. Like this specific little detail that you probably would never have noticed. Look at it. And for the tips of her shoe, I kind of want it to be a little bit scuffed. So we're just going to add a little bit of scuffage. Oh yeah, that is... I don't have one to give you, sorry. There we go. Add a touch of shinier metal to the top just to give it a little bit of a sheen. Alright. Next, we're gonna do this with the it's being blocky. Need you to not be blocky here. So we get little bindings on the legs. This one. And then we get back our little itty bitty one here. And we bring in these up some. Not the best. We'll get there. I'll make it the best. Thank you, bot. Okay. Just going to add a little bit of that gray over top of that because that was a little bit too harsh of a transition right there. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of black on the edges leading into that gray, which leads into that brown, which is all good. Scuff feet. Okay, bracers and weapons. We got this. Canadian painter! Hi! How are you? Yeah, I'm quite happy with the hair. How have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. Oh, welcome back. How are you doing, Orcris? That also means that I've been busy 2 weeks. Yeah! Tell me about it. You've been like I'm like, where did he go? MIA, friend. Yeah, that's going to be needing a... I believe this one's base said pink. Yeah, because the other ones are green and blue and... Not done. I'm just getting this on here. Ooh! And relaxing for once. Yay, August! This is what I mean by it's very, very thin. What is this mini? This mini is a player character for the D&D campaign of Natural 1 that is done on Quests&Chaos, who's in chat, on their Twitch channel. If you do Q, !Q and C, you'll get stuff. You'll get all the information. And this is Netrix. A Natrix. The tiefling. Pink-skinned, green-haired tiefling. Yeah, no, I kind of understood about the whole, like, undercolor. I just getting a layer built up here so that we can have it in a... I know it's not pink, not quite yet, but it will be. First, I was really confused as to why, like, only one of the characters had, like, designed a base. And I was like, did you guys want me to design a base around them? Or, and I was like, oh, okay, you want solid colors. Makes sense. There. So once when that dries, we can get the pink on there. That'll get closer to her skin tone. Okay, now, stop being distracted. Let's do these gloves. Yeah, you guys should check them out. They do streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And my legs just don't want to work, and all I want to do is have my legs crossed. But my legs are like, no, don't know how to do that. Request denied. I'm like, but I want the crossed legs. In-depth explanation into why Maha's sad. Nope, that is too gray, too light. Abort. Okay, so this we're gonna actually bring up here. This gray. And then we're going to get a little bit more of this gray in here, just this simple flat gray, just to show some like fabric. Just to give her gloves some dimension. And we'll just go in here with a little bit of other detailing. Just to squidge them on in there. Ah, Elway, hi! How are you doing? I'm gonna have to go with the bluish kind of colored. Oh, I could actually add in a tiny bit of green into the gray. Just an itty bitty amount. Just enough to give it a little bit of extra color in here. And this is also the dark shadow that is in her hair. Oddsmaker! Thank you so much for that follow! Hope you're having a fantastic day, my friend. Welcome, welcome. What now? Chocobos! I love chocobos! To the point where my husband / DM is contemplating bringing chocobos into our world of D&D campaigning in the world that he is creating. Thank you also so much for that follow. Hope you're having a fantastic day, you guys. Just to give these bracers a different look, but I didn't want to give them the same type of leather that the rest of her, like her chest and pants are, because then it'll just blur into that. But I also didn't want to make them look exactly like boots, so... red, blue, green, right? And it's slightly the same color as her... well, at least it has the same base color as her hair. So it just kind of helps lead that in. Oh, duh! Brother, obviously. I've already told the other two that that's pretty much... They need to, you know... Not if they want to, it's gonna happen. Okay. Dagger, dagger. Hip dagger, arm dagger. She doesn't even have a sheath for the dagger that she's holding. Well, either way, she's on her way to kill you guys. So, yeah. Which makes sense, because she is an assassin. They're little deer horns, which are so very cute. Ooh, I know, I can bring in that little bit of green. Not with that paintbrush though. Itty bit of green. Kind of helps tie into old Mr. Dragonborn as well. Flying monkey paints! Hi! You only need sheets of you. Yeah, I know. If you stop killing. Good point, good point. Oh, I know, T. I've worked a lot with Hero Forge stuff. There you go. Has a little bit of a sheen on its own. Ah, yeah, I know. This community is like, oh man, I love them. Chocobos, Google it. Yeah, if you're not actually sure what a chocobo is, I'd be sad. I'd be very sad. Sad. Like, the saddest of sads, because chocobos are probably my most favorite thing in video games. I don't know why they make me so happy. They just do. Not big minis. That is totally, absolutely fine. Oh, yeah, so sorry about that, Ellie Smith. 1 second. I have it so that if you're not here, if you haven't been here for more than an hour... Yeah. If you haven't been here for more than an hour, then you can't... why is it not letting me permit you? For some reason my shortcut's not working. H3. There you go. That should work. But why are you not working? I put it into there. Oh my god, things just don't want to work. Alright, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna copy this. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, it's just been slow. It's just been... Why? What? Why? Why, bot? Why are you being so silly? You are being so freaking silly right now. Here, I'll just... For some reason, everything is being really slow. I blame Twitch. I bought. Yeah, so that's what he put up. And I see that they are awesome, awesome Tyranids, I think they're called? Yes. Alright, let's get her a little bit better dressed here. And what was this brother about doing a... Will we be doing my stories for minis? So I don't actually have mini store. I don't really have a store near me to get minis anymore. So we could make a point to do that. Painting white though, that's ballsy. Alright, come on. Come on, Maha. Daggers. Does she have a poisonous dagger? Or put Nurgle's rod at the end of it? I'm gonna put Nurgle's rod at the end of it. Be all like poison. Because she's an assassin with a very dubious background. Well, I have faith in her ability to get poisonous daggers. Retconning it right now. Yeah, poison that gets put on the daggers. Yeah, painting white and yellow are considered to be probably the most tedious to get flat without showing any kind of like brush strokes, or just to apply it evenly across the board. Oh, really? Well, yeah, no, she did. It does say in the description that she hides it. I just didn't realize, like, meant, like, all the time with, like, an official hat of disguise. That's awesome. They give it away that she was a tiefling. Yeah, that is true. Getting some of this brighter steel up on. And the tips here. Cool. I wish you all the luck, Odds. We're gonna add a tiny bit of like blue into the dagger just because I feel like that would kind of just have this cool element to it. Cool in a few ways. That's such a good piece. Yeah, I've only ever really played Dungeons and Dragons, and that even then that's only been for like in the last 2 years. Actually, is that supposed to actually be the... No, that's far too... I don't know, that's gonna be a sheath. I'm sorry, but no one's stabbing somebody with this. Well, pretty sure anything's a weapon if you're, you know, strong enough. One of my very few D&D things, or GW stuff. Oh yeah, I get to play it either once a week or twice a week. I DM on various Saturdays, and on Sundays I get to play a Tabaxi Grave Domain Cleric. There we go. Got a bit of that Nurgle's Rot going up there on that dagger. It was either that or we could have done Blood for the Blood God, but I think that might have been a little bit too much. So let's not do that. Hi! How's it going? What's up? Going? Huh? Oh, do you want to come see the tiefling?
Pink skin one?
Yep, pink skin, green hair, tiefling.
Nice.
I like her hair.
Ah, I like the tail.
Yeah. Well, it was a lion's tail. I'm like, I'm not gonna paint it like a lion's tail.
That's smart.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Dagger?
Yep. My own artistic liberty there. He doesn't have that yet.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. She will. Everything's better with Blood for the Blood God. Yes, I know. But this is, you know, Twitch terms, like a Twitch show, and I'm pretty sure a poison dagger is probably better than a full-on bloody dagger. Just thoughts, you know? I don't know. No, I did earlier. I don't know. You should find Moose. Why haven't you found Moose yet? I don't know. I think you just don't like Moose anymore. For those wondering, Moose is my cat. Apparently Pink really does not want to go down on this base. I'm gonna have to probably do a few layers. Let it fully dry. Because yeah, it's such a light color. I could always make it out of metallic. But I wanted it to be something similar to the actual skin tone that she has. Make them all metallic. Quests&Chaos, I don't know if you're here still, but what do you think? All metallic, just so that it kind of fits in with this guy? Maybe to have a full metallic base? Which reminds me. we're gonna let that one dry over there. And so, Maya. She has blue-black hair, so we're just going to brown cloak, kind of grungy, which I'm perfectly fine with because I love making grungy cloaks. Black high boots, pants, and very fine white boots. Okay. So, just to get her kind of base tone for painting tomorrow. Oh yeah, I would love to see that, Slade. Let's see if my bot will like me. I think you've been here, though, for an hour at least. I'll just get this in here. No, doesn't seem like my permit buttons are wanting to work, so I trust you. I think you can risk it. A fine white blouse, she says, so I don't really want to get in there. I use airbrush for my primer. Oh, wow! Good job, that's awesome! Oh, I love it. I love the colors you have in the scales. Those are really, really great. Are you using a GW, or, not GW, a, Green Stuff World roller for that base? But the primer I use, I flip between Stynylrez is probably the best one that I can recommend. My Badger or my Vallejo one is kind of iffy. It works sometimes and other times it doesn't. And when I say doesn't work, I mean the fact that it will just start peeling off. So, have glory. Yeah, no, that is an excellent little touch there. So we're gonna get her black hair in there. Yeah, I like Stynylrez. It is a very good one. I haven't had any issues with it with my airbrush. Plain black what now? Getting under this cloak is fun. Cool, she has an interesting... I just have to smidge them in here and fix the blouse when I get to it. Quite clearly, I think. Yep. Alright, Crocodile. You have a wonderful evening, you. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you next time. When you were giving corrections to the Tyrannid, I thought you were like telling me of like how to change the skin tone on her, and I was like, but I like it. I'm happy with the skin tone. Not red in here. I was just I was just like, no, I don't think that's what he means. I'm pretty sure he's not talking about adding gray to this pink skin tone. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this. Very difficult to get an even. So, very, very carefully. I know it's very, like, boring for you guys. I automatically say that. People who don't know me, I get referred to as he often. I'm gonna leave it a little bit. I am gonna keep it a bit darker compared to her skin tone, just so it doesn't blend into her skin a bit too much. I don't like this brush. Why are you not being soft? You're supposed to be a soft brush. Rage. Alicia. I have a friend with that name. Oh, why are you flying down to San Jose? Is it to come meet me? Hey, I didn't call you salad today. At least I don't think I did. And thank you, T. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Just trying to get this pink to be even. Oh, you're heading here because a customer broke the machine. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hopefully it wasn't NVIDIA. At least I'm known now to the point for the secretaries to know. Kind of, like, mostly just wave me in. Like, I don't need to show them my ID. I still have to wait for my husband to badge me in, but I don't have to show my ID anymore. I'm picking up my visitor badge. I used to live in San Jose. I now live, I live like half an hour away from it. New Avengers trailer. I saw a new poster. Okay, I'm gonna have to let that dry before continuing trying to apply more paint to it. But all in all, quite happy with today's character. Hey, Skiggy! Birds might get some extra love if I have time. Probably do a bit tomorrow. But yeah. Alright, she's gonna dry. There. We're gonna get the last two characters on the shelves here. Yeah, we have 2 more to do. Alright, that's Saturday. Oh yeah, no, I love her hair. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I'm very happy with how she turned out in general. She was the one I was most concerned about with the color palette, but I think with this pink and that green, it turned out pretty nice. And of course, Poison Dagger. But alright. Oof. Legs. Legs are stupid. Who needs legs? Oh my god. Whoever said to do squats is stupid. Oh, thank you, Gamer Dad. Alright, guys. Let us figure out who I'm going to be sending you guys off onto so that I can get going and do some stuff. And have food and things like that. Oh, hey, look at that. Hi! Hi, Gamer Dad. Oh, let's see here. Who is on? Hey, impending buff. Let's see here. Is he on his loading screen? Starting soon. Starting soon, Duff. Come on, man. Tell me now. You'll be starting now in my mind. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, do be sure to hit that follow button. Yeah, I'm gonna go tell him to hurry up. And so yeah, social. If you guys haven't done so already, do be sure to follow me here. If not, if you have already but you haven't joined me elsewhere, I'm in Discord. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. So if you want to know when I'm going live, the random things I say out there, you know, it's alright, Gamer Dad. I still love you. I still love all of you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, working on my second player character. 2 more to go. I'll be back again tomorrow on Friday and working on that one, and then hopefully get them closed up soon to be. I can only hope. I'm really happy with how they look. Anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Don't forget to be awesome.